Alright, welcome to day 33 of coding every day until I get employed. Today's a little short. I just decided to hit a lead code problem since I got home late. I didn't even finish the problem, as you can see. I need to pass this test case. I feel like it's pretty easy, but I'm just tired, so... Well, let's just get into what I got so far. So, we're given an array asteroids of integers representing asteroids in a row. The indices of the asteroid in the array represent the relative position in space. For each asteroid, the absolute value represents its size, and the sign represents its direction. Positive meaning right, negative meaning left. Each asteroid moves at the same speed. Find out the state of the asteroids after all collisions. If two asteroids meet, the smaller one will explode. If both of the same size, both will explode. Two asteroids moving in the same direction will never meet. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. The first thing with this problem that threw me off was what it meant by collisions, because I was like, okay, is each asteroid that's just moving in a different direction going to collide with each other? But then I guess the important thing was you got to know which asteroids are actually next to each other and which ones are moving in opposite directions. So for example, this -5 and this 10, this is saying that, okay, the 10 is moving positive side, right? So it's going to move to the right, and this -5 is going to move to the left, meaning that they're going to end up colliding. So that's what you got to consider when you're doing this problem. And then same thing here, this one's moving right, this one's moving left, and after that you need to consider the absolute value of the asteroid you're looking at if they're going to collide. So you say, okay, well, because 10 is bigger than 5, you know that this one's going to end up getting destroyed. And in this case, because they're equal, they're both going to end up getting destroyed. So that's kind of what I aim to get in my code. The only problem is I'm not passing this final test case, but we'll just get into that. So basically what I do in my code is I create a stack, and then I append the first element into the stack. Then I say, okay, now starting at the second element, the first index, I'm gonna then see, okay, if the stacks have if the asteroid has a differing sign from the latest value in the stack, then I say, okay, then I'm gonna get the absolute value of both the current asteroid and what I'm trying to compare it to, and I'm going to say, okay, well, if the asteroid is bigger than the value in the stack, then I'm going to pop that value, and I'm going to append the asteroid. If it's equal, then I'm going to pop it and not do anything to the asteroid, because we can just skip it. And then if the value I'm comparing happens to be bigger than the asteroid, then we want to keep that value, so we're not going to do anything, and we want to skip the asteroid, so we're not going to do anything. And this else statement is saying basically if you come across a case where both of them are the same sign, then you just want to append that next element. And then what wasn't working here was the fact that after 5 and 2 collide, 5 needs to combine with 10, collide with 10. So basically I need to say in my code, hey, basically when you basically got to keep going down and checking for collisions. So that I'm just trying to find a clean way to do that, and I'm trying to ensure that there isn't a simpler way to do it. But I'll think about that in the morning, and this is basically what I got so far. So yeah.